please answer the question. And it's okay, guys. We are live on YouTube. We are here to talk about success, yeah. And to start the conversation, I will ask for you guys, present yourself. And I want to start with you, Bruna. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bruna. I live in Brasília. I'm married. I have 2 sons. The last week, I traveled to Maragogi. So I arrived yesterday. So different the bell. I'm very happy and very but you happy now, but you only tired. I'm not
Yeah.
tired. I'm relaxed, and
You recharge yourself, like you have more energy. Yeah.
yes, that is. And I said for my husband that now it's possible to start my year, my year. Oh my gosh, you started your years now in August? Yes, because in the last semester, maybe the last semester, I'm tired. I very tired. So now it's possible to start again. That's it.
Perfect. It don't have any problem to start again your new year in the second semester. I think it's a good strategy to split your years in months or in semesters to it's recharge ourselves, yeah,
Yeah.
to bring more energy to continue your things. It's a good one. And about you, Angelo, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hello guys. My name is Angelo Silva. I am 38 years old. I am married. I have a daughter, Manuela. I am working with the technology area, specifically in security. I help you. I help the company to be safe all the time. And I live in Lisbon, Portugal, but I came from São Paulo, Guarulhos. I stay completely a lot of energy in my today, but it's not all day. And sometimes I get up with tired, and sometimes because I work a lot. I have 2 companies in Brazil for different things. One training company and another company is a laboratory and consulting company, and working here in Portugal for maintenance my visa tech, and yeah, I like running sometimes as a possible, and I like to read a lot because really it's good for our mind. Principle because me, I have a hyperactive person, right? And read is calm my mind sometimes. Yeah, that's it.
It's a good one. If you are imperative in my mind, I think you have a problem with your concentration, but it's not connection.
It's completely lie about the situations because my case, I am a ADHD person, TDAH in Brazil, I don't know. And when I a young guy, people talk with my mother about how imperative I was, but in the situations, no have some diagnostic about this problem. Nowadays, I understand my situations, but I have a focus in my goals. Principle, it's a good part of the ADHD because you're focusing on one point and completely focused. And I like to read, and read it for me it's like I focus in read, and sometimes I have a lot of books in my table here, and I focus in. I pass a lot of time with books. I know have social media because it's difficult for me. I have a difficult problem with social media. If you have social media, I stay all the time, put my hands in the
Scroll
touch,
the
and
screen.
yeah, principle because I don't pay attention, in sometimes you talk to me and I see the bird far in front of my window. It's very difficult. I need to put more focus, and
Okay,
for me it's good. Yeah.
it's a good one. Thank you for sharing with us, Angelo. And Katiana, please introduce yourself. And by the way, Angelo, Katiana run too. Did you run today, Katiana? Or
No,
swim?
because I hurt my leg yes last
Oh my
week.
God.
Yes, and now I walk and this morning I walk and during this week I walk and I
Okay.
recover for the next week.
Oh
I
yeah.
understand the Angelo because I have TDAH and
Really?
yes, it's very difficult for me when they need to concentrate in one thing. And I understand the Angelo. It's totally different for us. And but I start with introduce myself. Hi guys, my name is Katiana. I'm 39. No, I'm 40 years because I complete 4 years yesterday. And I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo. I am engineer and I work in the oil and gas sector with new projects. I am married. I have a daughter. My daughter, the name of my daughter is Ana Carolina. She have 6 years and a half. And I think it's this. I love running. I love swimming, but I don't swim in this month because it's cold in Vitória.
Oh, yeah, I know. So yeah, I will present myself. And so about me, guys, I'm Alverlene. My name is Alverlene. It's my name. It's my father's name and mother's names together. But my friends call me Belle. It's easy to say Belle. Alverlene is a very long name. Yeah. So I'm from Fortaleza, Ceará. Nowadays I live in Salvador, Bahia. I live here almost 8 years. And I'm here because I work like an air traffic controller. And I start to study English because my work requests that skill, yeah, at my work. So that's it. And I'm enjoying the process. It's a challenge in my life, but I'm continuous because I want to improve that. Yeah, I want to be good, and that's it, guys. And yeah, I have 2 dogs, and I live with nowadays I live with my mother and my sister. So let's start here. All the guys know the TNT. Yeah. Oh, Angelica, it's coming again. Maybe your connection was poor. Let me admit her. Angelica, you're back. So, can you introduce yourself, Angelica, please?
I'm sorry, people. I'm Angélica. I'm from Japeri, Rio de Janeiro. I'm 25 years old. Actually, I work with software engineer. I have 10 pets, five cats, 3 dogs, and how can I say galo? And I like to study, read, and like Bruna said, my year starts now in August. My first semester was very difficult in some parts of my life, but now
Yeah.
it starts my
Okay.
my
Happy New Year, ladies.
thanks.
I try to do that again. Maybe we need to looking for the life like that. Yeah, split the time. So guys, let's start. Okay, the question number one. So by the way, we talk the subject today is about success, and let's start. The question number one is how do you define success in your personal and professional life? What do you think, Angelo? Do you think it's different? There are different conceptions about success, or you can just to say I'm successful person in our life, all the parts of your life. I think your microphone is off.
Okay. It's very difficult to be succeed in all the parts of our life. It's because you have time for spending time for stay succeed in parts of your life, you know. But for me, I have completely different. I think completely different with the other people and some principal people around me. Because in some part of the day, when people talk about success, talk about money, but it's completely wrong, right? For me, success is you change it to from point A to point B. If you succeed in this process, you have succeed in your goals. For example, achieve one certificating or finish your university. For me, it's part of succeed. You have a lot of succeeds around your life. And for me, I have another points for talk about succeed emotion, succeed lovely, succeed in financial parties. You spend it less, then you get it. Probably you have succeed in financial. You need to save your money for have succeed because you have probably with money. Probably you have impact in our part in your life, in your job, in your lovely, in your family, for example. And for me to succeed, it's about the situation. It's not about the one point. You have a lot of points. Emotional, principle. Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. I have the same point of view, and years of Bruna and Angelica, for example, he decided to split the years and maybe finish the first semester and get success in your activities. Yeah. So I think it's important to split that part of life because sometimes you are get success in your professional life, but your personal life will be hard and it's okay. But I think the success, it's like you said, it's achieve some goals in your life. Yeah. And what do you think about that, Tatiana?
I agree with you, Angelo. I think success is not only thing about money. It's about a lot of different things. And for me, I think it's about for me it's about a balance between your personal life, your professional life, because sometimes I see the people work a lot and receive a lot of money, but don't have time for stay with your family. And I changed my mind after my daughter born. In the past, I focus in my career and I am a boss and I have a big team, but I stay 10, 12 hours in the factory in that time. And yes, I received a lot of money. It's in that time it's a big quantity of money. But after my daughter born, my mind changed a lot because now for me the success, the definition of success is the balance between my personal life, because now I'm very happy because I love with one thing I love, but I have time. I have time for running, for walking, for stay with my daughter, for go to the school with my daughter, for go to the parquinho, I don't remember parquinho. And for me, it's this. Now I receive less when I compare with the past, but now I am very happy because I have time for me, for my family, for do the things. But I think it's a maturity.
Yeah, perfect. But it's like you said, it's a balance of the life. Yeah, perfect reflection. It's important to say that because sometimes the person are very they are very focused in achieve some goals, but forgot other important things in your life. Yeah. Do you agree that, Bruna? What do you think about that? What your definition about success?
Well, it's very interesting that Angelo and Kachan said. But when I think about the success, it's very interesting because, like Angelo said, it's a different area, and it's not only a personal life or professional emotion. I think it's very important too. So for me, in the first moment, I think it's the I have a success in my personal life when I think that I achieve my goals that I want in the past. I want to be married. I want my sons. So today I have this. So for me, it's very important, and I don't have a problem with my husband, with my sons. Of course, I have problem, but it's not a big problem. It's the routine problems, no, and it's the same for my professional life. I love my job. I agree. I want more money, but if what I received it's enough for my life, I I don't have problem with money. Maybe Katana said about the person work a lot and don't have time, but sometime for this person I understand that this person like to your job. I have a cousin, primo cousin that all the time he talk about his job all the time in the barbecue, in the lunch, all the time he only talk about his job. Okay, I think for him is very important, more important your him professional life, and they don't have time, a lot of time for him family. But I think he's happy. It's okay. I think he's okay for him. For me, no. I think it's necessary time for my job, my hobbies. I love to dance. That's it. I think it's the you need to balance. You need to combine a lot of things to achieve the success.
Perfect. Yeah, the secret of the life is balance. Yeah. So I totally agree with you guys. And about you, Angelica, sorry. What do you think about that?
Maybe like Kachan said, be successful is the balance between professional and personal life. Um, when when I saw this, it's the world opens to me. Uh, Last year I had burnout, and my emotional, oh, it's very difficult to me. And now, and I get the balance between the both. It's easily to work, to have a relation. Um, how can I say sorry? I am traveling.
No problem. Go ahead.
So it's about that. Now I'm in a relationship. It's good for me. Um, I work as freelancer, and all this thing it's balancing to me now, and I'm really good in this semester.
Yeah, so it's the moment because
That's
you
it.
you found your balance in your life. You're a
Yeah.
success person. Yeah, I get it. So thank you for sharing with us. And let's do the second question because we talk a lot about that, and I really love to talk about routine. And the second question is, what are some case habits or routines you believe contribute to achieve success? Can you start with that question, Katiana?
Yes. I think for me, everything starts with a routine. If I don't have a routine, I am a lost person. For me, my mind don't work in middle of in a bagunçado, espaço bagunçado, in a mess space. And it's for everything. It's for work. I have my space for work, and I have in it's similar with the routine because my work, my brain work very well with the routine. For example, in the morning, I have my routine. I wake up, I pray, I do meditation, I'm running or I'm walking, and uh, I take breakfast, and I think the routine is the way for where you bring running during the day, and with a routine is more easier for do the things when you have a time for running, when you have a time for study. It's more easier. It's more difficult for you do the other things because when you are TDAH person, I think Angelo understand me, because if you don't have the routine, it's more easier for you do other things, and the things don't have a relationship between nothing in their life. For me, the routine is the base of my life. If I don't have the routine, I'm totally lost in the day.
Yeah, so you have a morning routine, and you think that can be a secret for the success in your life.
It's not the only morning, but for example, I have a kid, and with the kids, sometimes you need to put some schedules. For example, we have the date of swimming or the date of study, and with the kids, sometimes it's more difficult.
Yeah.
And you do it's because now everyone have do different things at the same time as or during the day, and when you don't have a routine, you do what it's important for the other persons. I remember with this phrase in the past because one manager said these things for me. When you don't have the routine, or when you don't put your goals in the first 10, you do the goals for the other persons. Quando você não sabe o que você quer fazer, ou a sua rotina, o que é importante para você, você vai fazer o que os outros acham. And your day, it's totally crazy.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's like to prioritize yourself. Yeah.
Yes.
Give priority to activities during the day. Yeah, it's perfect. And you, Angelo, do you think the routine it's a secret for achieve the success in your life?
Well, it's very interesting to talk about the situation. I believe the habits change all the situations in your life, all the situations in your life. No problem. You have habits. You change your life for completely. I grew up in a poor family and a poor neighborhood, and don't have a problem to talk about the situations because financial situations problem principle in Brazil has a lot of people who not have food, not have lunch, not have breakfast. I don't know. I have a lot of situations, but for me, I grew up in this place, and money is success for me because I need money. I need to resolve my problem, like buy a shoes, like buy a good clothes, but not only for this. When I stay and start my adult life, I believe the completely different form to change your life principle because habits and some situations about habits. And for me, it's changed my life. I know have social media is not because it's boring. I believe people have a lot of good intentions in social media. I don't have a problem, but for me, it's impact my life. I don't know. I believe in this. And in some part of my day, people talk to me, what do you do because you don't have Facebook or Instagram? I don't prefer stay, I prefer read books. But change my life, it's a hard working. I like working. I am a hard working. I don't know, workaholic. Yes, I believe that. But I feel good because of that. I feel bad when I work a lot of in one company and I'm not recognized for this company. And yes, I have a burnout in 2017. It's very impactful. It's not exactly a burnout because it's a tag in transtorno de ansiedade generalizada, right? It's probably of people ADHD. It's very common because you have anxious in your life. But I changed some part of my life, and nowadays I am completely good because I running, I read a lot, I stay with my family, I go to the park. In weekends, I prefer stay at a trip in Portugal or things like that. I talk with my mom. I resolve my problem with my parents because when young guys, you think all your problem is because your parent is not like you or things like that because you have a lot of brother in your life, right? And for me, habits change all the situations. I believe that I put this word in my life. I practice this all the time, and nowadays I don't have problem with money. I don't have problem with my family. I resolve my problems quickly. I prefer talking, take my phone and talk with other people when I have a problem. In my work is the same situations. Nowadays I have a completely good situation with the boss and collaboration. I don't have problems to talk to my boss. Oh, I don't like the situations. I good the situations. I prefer to get out to your company because I am a product. I study a lot with my life and understand that. If you not understand, your skill is a productive. Like you buy a car, like you buy anything you need, it's you when you was a professional guy, right? And I believe that. Yeah, I believe that.
Perfect. So you gave us a lot of types to be a success person. And I think the most important is just it's recognize about your life, yeah. To
Yeah.
start to look to the problems and try to solve the problems. Yeah. Don't stay with the problems all the time and and allow that problem uh move your body or look at your body. It's actually, I don't know if you understood, guys, but I get it. You Angelo, because you bring in my mind something like I need to solve the problem in this moment. So I will have a communication with my boss, with my family, and I think that's a good one because sometimes we can stay with a lot of feelings in your body and don't resolve the problem and allow that problem stay in your mind a long time, and you don't live when you have a problems in your mind, yeah. And if you we need move our bodies and our lives to resolve the problem to live plenamente, yeah. I don't know to say that, but thank you for sharing with us. It's a good experience. And what do you think about that, Bruna? How habits or routine you can share with us to active your success in your lives?
I will tell for you my routine and my habits. But I think it's very interesting that Angelo said about he doesn't have a social media on Instagram because you said, Angelo, that you have two companies, no? So it's very interesting nowadays. You don't have a social media because it's the marketing digital all the time. I listen about you. I know. I need to know about the social media, the market digital because that's it. The nowadays market digital, it's the command maybe.
But I have a channel on YouTube, and I have
Uh,
Do you
a
have a
big,
channel?
yeah,
Oh,
but I have a big bubbles around me with technology. I know a lot of people around the world because I go to the events. I don't know. I prefer stay face to face with other people. I prefer people consume my content if people knows about me, about my life, not only because I am a happy people or like people, a lovely people, but because people knows about my serious project. I encourage people all the time start a project in your life beside your job. Its project is different your job, but it's possible you stay the two jobs, but one is a project. The name is not job. The name is a project. Is that my project? Yeah, I believe that.
So nice. So I agree. For me, it's very important, like Katiana said too, the routine, because when I do my to-do list, it's easier for me to achieve my goals, and especially the days. I separate for my days, and I put in to-do list what I want to do and I need to do. It's more important for me what I need to do in the first moment, and after what it's possible I do in my day. And when I do this, I check in all the time. I did this, I did so. It's for me, it's my motivating. It's motivating me a lot when I check out this and oh, it's okay, it's okay. And I have a routine. The last month, I forgot my routine. It's so bad. My English class in degrees. I practice only the French. So this new year for me, I will start English again. And that's it. The habit I will study every day in Spanish and the special today. I want to be fluent in French this years. It's my goals, and every day I study. And the other habit that I have is read. I like to read and things, uh, personal develop, maybe financial.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, me too. For read some books, it's a good one because you can learn a lot with another person's successful persons. Yeah, and I think it's important have a break. Yeah, you study all the days, all the days, every time. But I think it's important to have a break to recognize yourself. Yeah, you recover yourself actually. And you, Angelica, do you have some types for us or habits that you use to be successful person?
Yeah, in my mind, get up early, it's very important because in my conception, the day it's to work and to study. uh, and nights for fun. And I'm I split my day and work and study for morning and get away or go hang out to for a night for a night. Um, and I use social media only weekend because it's very difficult to have social media in the days, and because basically that's it. I know.
Yeah, I understand you and understand Angelo
And I start every day.
too. Yeah, about social media, guys. In the last year, I turned off my notifications and like out about the social medias like Instagram. Nowadays, I just use Instagram, but I waste a lot of time using social media. Yeah, I waste a lot of time, and I have some connections about my my read habits when social media, because it's hard to be concentrated on the book when I have social media or smartphone next to you. Because all the time I read something, one or two sentences, and in my mind, oh, look at your smartphone, and don't have any notifications or important thing for me. But I scroll the screen all the time, and I don't know why. It's like addiction, yeah. So I need to control myself about that because I waste a lot of time when I have a social media, and my study it's not so good when I use the social media. Yeah, like a dopamine. Angelo put here. It's something like that. I start to think was a addiction. Yeah, because that I feel more comfortable when I look my cell phone all the time and don't have any important thing at my phone. It's not my work. It's not my boss. It's not my family. It's just to look that. Yeah. So about social media, it's not about just social media. It's about control yourself. Yeah. So I need to take care about that, and I think that can be jeopardize my perform when I have a social media because I'm not control myself. So, and about the question number 3, it's very curious question, and I will start with you, Bruna. What motivated you to keep pushing forward and face a challenge? Like you have some challenge in your life. What motivated you to continue or achieve your goals?
Well, when I have a specific goals, like this year is to be fluent in French, I think it's very important when you part this in small goals. When I achieve a specific small goals, so I think it's very important you, how do you say, comemorar? Maybe you celebrate. I think it's very, I think it's the number 4. Talk about this, celebrate the small victory. I think it's very important. I do this all the time. For example, I don't like too much to buy clothes, something for this, but I like to go out to the restaurant, uh, travel. So I think for me it's very important. So in this moment, okay, it's possible I do a different thing because I achieved these specific goals, for example. And for the other hand, for other hand, what thing that motivated me too much, it's see a different example. For example, Angelo said about uh, his childhood. Childhood is he grew up in a poor poor neighborhood. So nowadays, I think he is a successful man. So I think it's a good example for me. For example, when I see this specific, example, I have more energy. It's the same when I watch a video in YouTube, the by person, success person. So it's motivated me a lot.
Perfect. It's a good point. To be grateful about your steps, yeah, about your and celebrate about your goals, yeah, when you achieve your goals. It's a good one because you can recognize about your points and continues for achieve your big goals, yeah.
Yes.
And what do you think about that, Angelo? What motivated you? It's money, it's get success.
Nowadays, not money more because I have the sufficient for be safe with my family, help my parents in Brazil, and buy some part of my when I like one things. But I not. I am a simple person, right? I have a good car, okay, but I'm a simple person. I live here because my job. I believe it's a construction and a difficult construction for me stay here because the technology area, in principle, when I start in 1999, principle, it's very difficult. People who grew up when I my place stay in this area because you need to spend a lot of money for training and knows about some technology. But nowadays I believe it's possible to change life for other people, right? Talk with other people, motivate other people. And nowadays, it's my principal motivation, talk with my children. And oh, it's completely possible. If my children talk to me, I will go to NASA, I will go to, I don't know. It's different for me because for me it's good work. It's only I have a good money, but my children think different form to me. I motivate my children think this form. For me, it's stay here talk with you. For me, it's a good archive in the last 2 years because I'm not talking English, not like that enough. I don't know. I'm not talking good English, but enough. For me, it's a project. In the last year, I started talking. I remember I completed beginning, but I put more energy, more focus in my life. I listen a lot to people's podcasts, good podcasts about financial, and I grew in this last year. Not only in English, but I believe in that. When you are trying the situations in our life, it motivates you going to another point in your life. It's possible. Yeah.
Yeah. And because of that, it's so important, like Bruno said, recognize about your
Of course
challenge. Yeah,
I agree.
I totally agree with you. It's so important when we start. Okay, I'm not achieved my goals, but I'm better than yesterday, for example.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Every time when you start a new conversation or a new challenge in our lives, it's like, okay, I accepted a new challenge in my life, and I will grow up with that. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
A good one. And you, Angelica, what do you say about that? What motivated you to continue to achieve your goals?
I believe what helps me moving forward are self-care habits, my family, and review my track record. Search people with the same goal, helping me to my pets helping me a lot too. When I get stressed, I pet them, and I'm really happy when I see my pets in my bed, in my bedroom. That's it.
Yeah, it's like we said before. It's like recognize about your conquers. Yeah, review your track, for like you said, and the love your family, the people who you like to live. Like Angelo said, motivated other persons. It's really important too. And Katiana, what do you say about that? What motivated you to continue to achieve your goals?
I think my family is one point. I think the other point is one necessity of movement and move on to the better thing. It's not only about money, like Angelo said, but about grow up in your life and understand the feelings, what you do in this life for me. And for me, everything starts with the family. And because of my family, I move on and I have energy for moving more fast in direction of my goals. And I think it's this. For me, it's this.
Okay, yeah. We are in the same page, guys, about that question. So I have one question here. It's like a question number 6, but it's not properly the number 6. My question is, what do you think, Bruna? Do you think that when you receive a negative feedback in your life, it's about yourself or about the other person? Like when you receive some negative feedback about your trail or about your habits in your life. It's so hard when from the other persons or when ourselves to do a negative feedback. Can you understand the question? It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
think
think
so.
about that?
I think it depends. For example, if the feedback is negative, maybe the person don't express very well for me, and I understand like a bad feedback for me, for my position, for example. Maybe the person don't have experience enough to talk the specific point. And I think it's depend. But in the first moment, in the in the past, I think I didn't have maturity enough to understand this, the necessary about the other person. Because nowadays, if someone said for me a bad feedback, I think I analyze my position, I analyze my what I did, what I made, and that's it. Maybe depend the situation, depend the person. Maybe the
Yeah,
person don't. It's not. Não foi feliz. It doesn't happen in this
yeah,
moment to talk the bad feedback. Maybe.
yeah, I get it. And and about you, Angelo, how do you handle with a negative feedback from the other persons or from ourselves? Because sometimes we push ourselves a lot and have some problems. What do you think about that? How to learn to handle with that?
It's like Bruna said, depends the situations, but I have one point of view about the situations. If it's the person feedback, personality feedback, if people grew up living with you and knows about your problems, about your happy, about your pay bills, it's okay. I receive feedback is good because people knows about my life, knows about my beliefs. Okay, I received it and stay okay. But if people not know about me, not know about my problem, not know about my life, my bills, my problem, because I have a problem too. I am happy people, but person, but I have a problem. I have a lot of problem, but I resolve my problem. It's a different with other people. I don't focus in the life of other people, and I resolve my problem. It's a point. When we stay in a professional area, in your job, in your working, in your company, you have a feedback of the boss. I take another feedback to do that because I all the time I see the I don't know numbers of my performance at the time. All the time I focus my energy of my performance. I know it's type of the person of weight of the people resolve my problem beside me. I resolve my problem. It's possible I resolve this problem of the area, and sometimes you receive some feedback. You receive feedback because you are a good person. Yes, you receive bad feedback because I'm a good person. You receive bad feedback because you are work a lot and you resolve problems. Depends on the company you stay. People take up bad feedback for you because you're a selfish person. You're not a good in the team. You have needed more soft skill. You have a lot of different point of view about feedback. I receive the feedback, depend of the person. If you're working, I receive no have problem. But if you're a personal life, it's more difficult to receive feedback. Principle, if people don't live with me. Yeah, I believe that.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you for sharing with us. And about you, Katiana, how to handle with a negative feedback from the other person?
I think for me now, I'm more I have a maturity for bad feedbacks, and in the past now I'm a reactive person, but now I understand. Sometimes it's the I listen the feedback and I reflect about this, and after this I take a decision. But sometimes it's not about you, but about the other person. And sometimes the other person don't have the cuidado para falar as coisas. E às vezes everything it's how do you speak about one thing. And for me, these things, but in the past, if the person said a negative thing with me, I'm very reactive person. But now, no. Now I think it's a new window or a new door for
Like an opportunity.
Yes. Now eu tenho um filtro. I don't remember this in English, but eu tenho um filtro. Quando eu entendo que a pessoa é uma pessoa que às vezes está agregando, ou quando a pessoa está só te dando uma alfinetada sem necessidade.
Yeah.
Então, hoje é maturidade. I think the
Yeah,
maturity
maturity.
do these things with us.
Yeah, I know. I request that because sometimes the main person that give a negative feedback, it's ourselves, yeah, and we don't recognize about conquers in our lives. What do you think, Angelica? How to handle with a negative feedback, or when you have a negative feedback about yourself? What do you do when that's happening?
It depends on the people, the situation, some history. If it's constructive criticisms, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's okay, but overall, I don't take it. I don't take it too personally. It's about the other person. I've been more reactive in the past, but now I'm more relaxed. I don't have so many reaction about criticism. Depends on the variables.
Okay, thank you for sharing with us and talk about feedback, guys. I put here the link for the survey of the conversation. I love the conversation, it was very valuable to me. And I will be here the next Friday, 7 a.m. And thank you for the conversation, okay? Give me some feedback. And yeah, I will look for that like opportunity to grow up. And thank you for sharing with us. Okay, bye bye.